Open hands on the concrete. Feel everything that you've been with me. A monument to who you were. Before we knew a thing about love. I don't want the same as before. I don't want to settle for the past anymore. I don't want to fight the same fight, but I do. I don't want to know what kind of love with you. Come with me, 'cause we're never going back again. Come with me, we're gonna tear it down and start again. Come with me, 'cause we're never going back again. Come with me, 'cause you're all I need. We're gonna tear it all down, 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 down. Take me to the place that we started. Show me what you love, that you got it. A little piece of who we were. Before we knew I died for you. I don't want the same as before. I don't want to settle for the past anymore. I don't want to fight the same fight, but I do. I don't want to know.
Hello guys, how is everybody doing? Today we are joined by Stonebank.
Howdy, howdy.
Yeah, so how's everyone doing? I see everybody in the chat is ready to listen to some demos. For everyone who hasn't seen one of these demo review streams before, we've got a lot to go through. A lot of music came in over the last couple of weeks, and so we're gonna try to kind of speed through it all and give a couple notes here and there, and hopefully you guys will hear something that could get a release on Monstercat. Who knows? I don't know if I should really give Stonebank an introduction. Like, does he need one? I think everybody here probably knows, but yeah, Stonebank, he's one of the artists on the label, been with us for a really long time now, and actually I work with him every day, kind of going back and forth on feedback on masters and just production things with the music that we end up signing at Monstercat. Just some really great mastering and some really solid technical feedback with very precise notes, which we all love. So,
We have fun.
yeah, welcome. It's gonna be really fun. Should we just jump into it?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Let's go. All right, first up, we got Teddy Dog.
Ciao.
Pretty simple, happy vibes.
Very happy. I think
Very
a little
happy.
bit thin, I'd say, on the mix.
Yeah.
Hollow.
I
Do you know what I
I
mean?
feel like we're gonna get a lot of mixed feedback from you, 'cause that's what you're used to giving. But yeah, just could use a bit more weight to it for sure. But it's a good vibe. Not really for us though. Kind of hard to tell where that's going, but
Got a summer vibe to it.
yeah, doesn't really feel like the right fit for Monstercat though, either of the brands.
Walking outside, finally I'm fine. Walking out.
That one I thought was kind of cool. I like the groove.
The vocals as well.
Yeah, vocals were nice. Didn't really jump out at me as being, super, innovative or unique or anything. And unfortunately, with all the the demos we receive and the amount of music we get every day, you kind of have to have that extra something to stand out. That track was not bad by any means, but comparing it to other feature-based tracks that we're putting out and we're hearing
Didn't jump out as much
in this space, it wasn't something that I'm like, yes, we need to go in on that. So even though I don't really have much feedback on the production of that song, I think unfortunately it's a pass for me. Just needs that extra something. Yeah, gotta be pretty strict on these. What do you think?
I'd say the same as the last one. It was good, but it didn't jump out as unique.
Yeah,
So,
the
similar to a
bass
lot of
line's
things
super
I've heard.
nice. The bass line was really nice, but there's a lot of this kind of music being put out nowadays, and what it really comes down to is who's got the tightest mix, the best vocal, like catchiest hook, and unfortunately that one just didn't really hook me.
Fell a little bit short.
Yeah. So that one was tagged as Bro Step. That did not sound like Bro Step to me.
It sounded like Complex Show from back in the day.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to go to dubstep when it built out.
I mean, it could have potentially switched to dubstep after that.
Probably, yeah.
Because nowadays people are doing that. They're combining those genres. People in chat seem to like that one. It was really hard to tell by that 20-second snippet what's actually gonna happen afterwards. It's really important, guys, when you're submitting your demo, to pick the best 20 seconds, because that is what we're going through on these streams. For now, what I will do is I'll shortlist that and we can listen to it in full after. And we'll just keep going through, because we've got 91 demos to go through in less than an hour. So I'll just shortlist that for now. But yeah. I really like that lead.
Punchy drums as well.
That 2 shortlists in a row?
I think so, yeah.
I think so as well, yeah. Really nice. This one, production-wise, needs a lot of tightening up, a lot of tweaking. But I have to say, one of the things that a lot of people struggle with when they're getting into production is actually sticking to like the traditional structure of the drops. And this person, Storm, actually does a really good job of structure. It's just kind of the sounds and the mix that's lacking there.
The things that comes in years of sort of working, doesn't it? Your ears adjust, and then the mixing adjusts and follows suit.
Yeah, you listen back a year later and you're like, what was I doing? I'm so much better now. Like it comes naturally after you keep at it. Nice melody, but I'd say overall felt a little bit flat.
Yeah.
And yeah, mix wise wasn't really tight and hard hitting. But nice sounds. Good start, I'd say. Keep at it. do you think of that one?
I think overall the music and the music as a whole was good, and it built up nice and dropped nice. Just it lacked that power when it come in. Sort of felt like it's the earlier stages of production a bit.
Yeah, I would say the exact same. Yeah, song wise, it's good. Production wise, it just needs some refining. Yeah. What do you think?
Not for me. I think it kind of didn't follow a lot of pattern that it needed to go for. It felt a bit random at times
Yeah,
for me.
I would agree. Didn't really pull
It
me
weren't
in,
clear on the direction of where it was
unfortunately.
building, where it was going to drop.
Yep. Oops, forgot to stop it. Yeah, I don't know about that one. It was just kind of weird how the vocal just was overtop the entire thing and just didn't really.
The production as well.
Yeah. I don't know what to say about that one. Unfortunately, wasn't right for us, but yo, keep at it. And if you want to send more, we do this every month, so feel free to send more. Cool combination of sounds there.
I think production-wise, that one's the best one so far as like impact and sort of mix master.
I think some of the ones we shortlisted were really good too. But aside from those, yeah, I'd say had more weight to it. I'm gonna play again. All right. So I think, yeah, the production was good, and sound design was cool. Build up, pre-drop, all good. The issue for me is that once it dropped, there was no unique melody or anything that really hooked me. It's just kind of like a one-note drop.
Yeah.
And we get a lot of those. It's either like one note, or it's like a rising note, or it's a falling note, or it's a rising and then a falling note. You know, nothing too crazy. Yeah, you got like alarms going off and all that. Great for DJing.
Yeah.
But it's really easy for a song like that to just, be another DJ tool, and it's hard to really stand out in all of the electronic music coming out these days. So unfortunately, that's the past, because it just didn't stand out enough and wasn't memorable enough. But I think production-wise, that was pretty solid. Yeah. Felt like some of the stuff there was a bit out of key, and there was a lot of randomness to the choices there. Had some like pots and pans going on, some metallic percussion. Yeah, unfortunately not for me. Yeah, the chat reacts to that one. Got a bit of a delay. I feel like this is the intro of the song.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, it says it's trance as a genre, so I'm assuming the song's like 7 minutes long, and we're just at the very, very beginning of it. Yeah, gonna have to pass on that one, unfortunately. Is this the same one? Same artist. This one's silent though.
There's a bit of breakdown.
Oh, it's there. It's coming in. Yeah, I mean, aside from not picking the right part of the track, I think what we do here is, you know, the mixing of the drums and sound choices don't really feel that tight either. So, yeah, and see if you're looking for some feedback and you're watching this, yeah, just keep at it, and hopefully next time when you submit, pick a better 20-second snippet.
The build up and drop.
Yeah.
'Cause I've been loving myself lately.
That was pretty pretty.
Different.
Yeah.
I like the arps.
Yeah, the arps were nice. You know what? Like, it's really hard to tell from that whether or not it's going to be something we want to work with. But I didn't dislike anything about that really, so I'm going to shortlist it for later. We can be kind of generous with our shortlist, because all it means is we're going to listen to it in full after the stream and then make our judgment then. That was really cool.
I like that one.
Feature bass, but had a very a lot of guitar presence in there. Very cool combination. I'm gonna shortlist that for sure.
I would, yeah.
Chat definitely agrees. Yeah, production, it's interesting because I want to say production quality of this one could use some work, just like the mix and everything. Song's called Eagle Eyes. I recognize that name.
Well done.
But interesting enough, I think that if it was to be released on Monstercat, yeah, it doesn't sound like the drum and bass that we would want to put out, but it reminds me of like a video game soundtrack, sort of like.
Just about to say that.
Really well in, I don't know, maybe more of like a retro type video game soundtrack. Unfortunately, I don't think it's really the right pick for us, but it was really cool. Yeah, mix wise, that lead, so loud, so forward. I think everything else could use a bit more presence, right?
Yeah, in the mid range.
The mid range too, yeah, it was really bright overall. Interesting. I don't know what to call that one in terms of like genre or anything. They've tagged it as electronic. Interesting. Yeah, just energy wise, it feels a little bit weak. And, production wise, could use.
I think the synths and that could have like jumped out. Do you know what I mean? They kind of seemed a background sort of thought rather than at the forefront of the track. So it just all felt like drums and then background music sort of slightly behind.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say about that one. It just didn't really click with me, but it wasn't bad either. What do you think?
Is that a splice vocal in it? I'm pretty sure I've come across
I
it.
mean, let's be real. Most of the vocals are splice vocals. Even on a lot of the Monstercat releases, we allow splice vocals. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just kind of unfortunate when you hear a demo that's using a splice vocal that we've already had a release use. That's a really unfortunate thing, and I think the other kind of downside is when other people think that you've ripped them off, or you ripped off another artist because you used the same vocal sample that they did. But I think people are getting more in tune with the space and understand what samples are and how it's completely legal as long as you have a Splice membership to use these things. Yeah, I didn't think the vocal was that that great.
It didn't jump out to carry that sort of track.
Yeah. Otherwise, though, I thought it was pretty solid. Not in love with the ARP, like the preset or patch used for that.
Right.
But overall, the mix and the drum choice and everything.
Oh, vibe and that was definitely there. I liked it.
Really good weight to it. Yeah, I'm gonna shortlist it for later. That was really good. Oh, Flo Ryan's in the chat. What's up, man? Interesting. This one reminds me of just like the old school dubstep days.
Yeah.
Not as tight as the stuff that's usually coming out on the label now. But back in the day, I would have thought this was fire. I've just listened to so much dubstep over the years, though. The standards, I shouldn't say standards, but like the expectation that I have with dubstep is like it's got to be really loud, really heavy, and the sound design's got to be just like next level. And so it's not really doing it for me, but I can appreciate what it is, where it's at.
What do you think are you talking to?
Switch it up.
Jeez, it's loud. I thought most of the sounds were good. It's just like
the sounds were good. I think it got confusing towards the end, with the original sound that started, and then when it sort of switched, I was expecting that sound to go and then something else to come in, but then they kind of clashed. Do you know what I mean? When both things were coming through right at the end.
Yeah, and like the pattern as well of I don't know what you want to call it. It's like a lead, but it's not really a melody. It's just kind of the pattern of it. It felt a bit too much. A bit random towards the middle. But yeah, definitely heavy. And it sounds like it's shaping up to be a pretty good DJ tool for sure. Once live shows are back. I mean, they're back some places, but not here in Canada. I don't know about you guys in the UK, but
yeah, outdoors only. Yeah.
Yeah, once the shows come back, this kind of stuff will go off.
I like the drop of it. I like the sort of movement of it. I feel like the synth could have jumped out more. I'm not sure if it's like the quality coming through on this, but it just felt a little bit like backgroundy on the synths.
Yeah, I wanted to let you go first on this one because I'm a little biased. I've been listening to Sky's every stream. We've been here, and actually, we're part of the Throttle remix contest. We ended up putting out his remix, which was really cool. I thought it was really, really nice. I want to listen to it in full. I find that everything that he sends in is worth, a full listen.
It's kind of hard
just
to
about,
judge
is
a
it
lot of the time.
Is it enough to like get us really excited and say like this has to be something that we put out? Like we're gonna make room in the schedule on the calendar for this song because we think that it's gonna be one of those songs that just sticks with people. That's kind of what it comes down to because we've got a lot of music coming in and we have to be very picky. But I do think the song is really good, so I'm gonna shortlist it.
I want to believe we can roll the dice, move on from insanity.
We can live our fantasies.
Oops. What do you think of this one?
Well, that one's uplifting. The drums feel really tight as well. They come pretty nice.
Yeah, I'm a little bit biased on this one as well. Jinx Pro submits every time, every stream, and I feel like most of the time, if not all, I end up shortlisting them to listen to in full. Really interesting production on this. Definitely
Maybe uplifting.
Yeah, kind of like Hexagon type vibes.
Yeah,
what I'm kind of getting from it, that whole like bouncy future house style. But I dig it. I like it. Felt a little bit flat to me, like didn't have that energy.
Yeah,
I think I jumped out. Not bad though. And I want to answer a couple questions in the chat. People were saying, will someone get signed? And talking about how often we do these streams. We do them once a month, and yeah, the goal is to sign some of these records. So far, we've actually signed, I don't know how many we've done so far. Is it four streams now? We've signed one artist. I've got a couple artists that I'm in touch with now through this whole process, and I'm waiting to hear more music. But there's a couple that might end up getting released, and there's at least one that we've signed so far that's in the schedule waiting to come out. So I'm really excited for that. Yeah, nothing really stood out to me about that one. Like production wise, felt like it could use a bit more tightening up. But
yeah, the synths could have been more current. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
the synths kind of felt a bit sort of a few years old. Where it's quite
loose. On the bright side though, on the bright side, it didn't sound like overly bright to me, or like nothing was out of key. Like it sounded good. It was just for Monstercat, I feel like it could use a bit more weight. And guys, I can't tell you who the artist is that we found through here. You'll know though. I think when we do either tease the track on like Call of the Wild, or if we're pushing a pre-save and saying, welcome to this artist, we're probably gonna mention where we found him. So, oh no, I gave away. That's a dude. But I mean, there we go. Oh, I played this one already. That was it was very much what I would expect from a future bass song. Nothing too crazy going on, and could definitely use. I keep saying more weight, more weight.
I mean, it's like energy as well as it
Yeah,
comes in, and maybe some more sort of variations in the gaps just to keep it interesting rather than just chords and drums.
yeah. There's a lot of gaps, for sure.
Down, everybody's going around. Break down, the whole system's crashing down. Get my life back. Yeah, I don't wanna have an entitlement anymore. I don't wanna live apart from my friends, from people
Yeah, this one is very interesting. It's tagged as rap, so I thought it was going to be like less of an electronic thing, but no, it ended up being kind of more in that realm. But I'd just say production-wise, if it could use some more tightening up, and not sure if the vocals could use a bit of tuning as well, and processing. Processing is huge.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah. Since it's hard style, it's really good. Got some higher octave modern talking.
Modern talking, yeah.
I can't crack up, or I can't not crack up when I hear the yo yo yo's. It's just, I've heard too many memes using it.
Takes you back years, doesn't it?
Takes me back. Yeah, unfortunately, this one, yeah, it's not the right fit for us. But I mean, keep at it, man. Interesting. Yeah, what do you think? I'll let you kick it off.
Oh, it was cool when it came in. I like the sort of zappy LFO pitch down. I wasn't sure on that sound that literally come in right at the end, but overall, like the production was tight and the weight was there.
Yeah, I thought it was cool too. I hear a lot of this music though, I have to say.
Yeah, it didn't sound like
And
ultra unique, but it was made for what it is. It's made well. Do you know what I mean?
exactly. So unfortunately, I'm going to pass on it, but production-wise, pretty solid. Just nothing jumped out. Wonder how far we are. We're about 30 minutes. Bit muddy, I'd say.
Yeah.
It felt like a intro of the song.
I was going to
not the
say it
drop.
sounded like it needed a vocal or something sitting over it, but maybe that's coming in later on.
Yeah, good vibe overall. But if that was the drop, definitely needs a lot more energy. If that was the intro, could probably use a vocal or something, a bit better mixing. And next time, submit the drop so we get the full, full energy of the song. Cool though. I'll let you take this one.
It was very uplifting and happy. I think it kind of falls in that sort of game music, like the one about 10 tracks ago. It was on about.
Yeah.
like the
Was
drums.
it faster? It was faster than hardcore. Happy hardcore usually is, right?
I think it was about 175, I think.
Yeah, it
How
felt
was
a
it
bit
though?
fast to me, and I thought, structure wise, everything was great. I like the little the low pass towards the end, to resolve. Thought that was really good, but for Monstercat in 2021, not sure if it's really the right fit for us. I liked a lot of the sounds used in the beginning, but it kind of lost me, and like in the drop, just felt a bit random. But a lot of the sounds were very like, no, they kind of sounded like loungy, like Gran Turismo menu music, kind of
Go
vibes.
back to the gaming music vibe.
Yeah, it was cool. Just not really that tight production as well.
Voelde zij zich niet begrepen en haar lieve lach, die zullen we nooit vergeten. Ze werd achtervolgd en steeds belaagd, maar helaas, Julia was te traag. Ze zat op de stoep met een sneetje brood, maar nu is ze dood.
Ja, jij pestte mij, maar nu ben
I'm scared to play this on stream because I don't know what they're saying. But it was really interesting. Definitely not something that we would sign traditionally, and I don't know what to say otherwise about it.
Subtitles?
Oh, Deathtrap Nins, can you translate? What are they singing about? I'm gonna pass on this one. They've got another one coming up next.
Zei je 1000 keer, maar nu heb je mijn hart gesloten en dat doet fucking zeer. Dit is mijn gevoel, ik moet het even kwijt. Het spel wat je speelde, dat is nu toch een feit. Jouw doel, jouw gevoel, ik ben je zat. Je weet wat ik bedoel.
hou van jou, ook van jou.
Zei je
The
I
music
tend to
is
wonder.
good. I just don't know what it's saying. Apart from the F-bomb bit that popped out at the start.
Yeah, I tend
But
to wonder
the
when we get
formula
these
though
kind of
works,
demos.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I just wonder if they went through the opportunities and label radar, saw all the different things that were open, and were like, okay, we'll submit to this one, we'll submit to that one, submit to that one. Doesn't seem like they sent it specifically to Monstercat for the review, but I might be wrong. They might be in the chat listening, and if they are, I'm kind of not sure what to say about this. It wasn't bad.
The structure was bang on.
Yeah, structure was good. Just doesn't make sense really. Monstercat. Nice piano.
I can't keep pretending I'm so tired of waiting. Gotta
Oh man, I usually don't shortlist things if we don't get a good chunk of the track, but
I think the chords are really nice and the vocals sounded good when they come in. I think it deserves
Yeah.
a full listen.
yeah, what we heard was good, so I have to shortlist it to hear the whole thing. But that did not give me very much indication of what was to come. Maybe that's the strategy. I don't know.
That's it.
Oh, man.
I think it's hard when it's trance and it's usually 6 to 8 minutes long, and then sort of compressing it to 20 seconds. I
Yeah,
think you'd have to put the build up and the drop, and you can get a better
Yeah,
idea than the production quality, like of the impact of the drums and that sort of formula.
yeah. I'm sorry, Zero Musics. I'm gonna skip this one for now, but feel free to submit again for the next one and try to pick a more of like the end of the build up and then drop. Ooh, this one's really quiet. Ooh, yeah, I don't know what to say about that one. Very
Sounds early
sloppy
days.
mix down sound design. Needs a lot of love, but man, we all start somewhere, right?
100%.
I like that style, the like whole color base type of thing. I
And the
don't know,
chops as well.
but yeah, I'm not really sure about it because it sounds like a lot of songs that I've heard before. Didn't really like the little vocal fills all that much,
Right at the
but it
start.
really was not bad. I have to say it wasn't bad at all. Yeah, but it just didn't really stand out to me as being like super unique. Yeah, I feel like we've got a couple artists that do that kind of style. We've got like Chime and like Ace Aura kind of does some of that as well. Why do I feel like I've heard this before? Guys, was this submitted last time? 'Cause I swear, I remember listening to this and being like, this melody's a bop, but like, production-wise and everything. It makes me smile, I have to say that. I don't know what else to
Melody
say
with a
there.
different sound.
Yeah. I think the idea is good. Like, it's definitely something that would get stuck in my head, but the production of it just doesn't jump out at me as being fully polished and something that we could put out. But it's fun. It's a fun song. All right. There's a lot of stuff out of key here, unfortunately. Yeah, that's all I can really say. Lots of muddiness and out of key stuff, but yeah. I always want to say something positive because I don't want anybody to leave the demo review stream thinking like, oh man, I'm not going to be good enough, to get signed or anything like that. It takes a lot of time to get
It's
there.
years though, isn't it? I mean, Christ, if I could find all my sort of stuff from the first few years, it's awful. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then as years go on, it gets better, slightly better. And
Yeah,
keep going, keep sending it.
exactly, man. We all like learn over time. There's like different techniques in production, and even just in the early days of Monstercat, I didn't even know what mastering actually was. Let's be real. Like you go back to a lot of those songs, and some of the artists, a lot of the artists also didn't know what mastering was back then. It wasn't just me on the label side. It was a lot of us were learning, and it just takes time, and you can improve really quickly if you keep at it and you follow tutorials and all that. What would you say about this one?
I like the mood of it. It's really uplifting. And I mean, the criticism I'd say would be the kick was kind of a bit non-existent in the mix. But I think the chords and the progression that was wicked.
Yeah, I thought the levels were a little bit
Just need that
off.
power on the actual drums to sort of send it home on the drop. But musically, really good.
Musically really good. Yeah, just got to work on tightening it up mix wise for sure.
I want to prove my love.
At first, I was thinking, "Damn, this one's really cool, really tight. Like I'm all about it." But those chords towards the end, it
Not for
just
you.
kind of threw me off a little bit. I don't know.
I'd agree.
Like, yeah, I think I'm gonna pass on it just because it felt really off the way the chords went down like that. But production wise, really cool. Sound design wise, really cool. Yeah.
See you later. Why does this have to happen right now? How do I know if I can trust a boy? Trust a boy with my heart. How do I know if I can trust a boy? Believing you'll stay is the hardest part.
Yeah. What do you think?
I wouldn't say it suits Monstercat.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. I don't think it was that bad, but it's more poppy.
Got that sort
and-
of pop radio sort of attempt at it.
Yeah, and it just feels like it fell short just a little bit. Nothing really specific that I would point out about that. Carly Rae Jepsen vibes.
That's the
I hear
same.
that. Yeah, yeah. Someone in the chat was asking, or not asking, commenting on the fact that 20 seconds is really short. I can kind of explain why it's 20 seconds. We get a lot of demos. This demo submission is specifically for the stream, and it's supposed to be something that lasts about an hour, but we had over 90, I think it was like 91 submissions. So if you work that out, you know, we got to go really fast.
Quick maths.
I don't even know where we're at in the pool right now, but I don't think we'll get through them all because we have about 15 minutes hard cutoff because Vendada's up next doing a takeover. So yeah, let's keep going. Nothing wrong with that one. It's just not really what I would look to sign for Monstercat. Yeah.
Let's go.
I feel like the chat's gonna like this one. I'm very picky about the mix down and how tight things actually are and how unique the sound design is and melody. Like I felt like the melody was lacking a little bit, but
I think it was interesting. It was cool. For a production sort of point of view, I'd say the snare kind of had like this clicky sort of sound to it where you kind of expect that to sort of splash, if that makes sense. So it would like sell the power of the drop with like the energy that come up on the build up.
yeah. I think I'm kind of at this point where I'm like super picky when it comes to like mid-tempo stuff, because you know, being in this position, I hear a lot of it, and so like when I hear stuff like Fool and Tokyo Rose remix of Horsepower by Muzz, I was like, damn, this is really cool, really unique. Haven't heard any mid-tempo that sounds like this before. Like super blown away. But there's a lot of stuff that kind of sounds a bit samey to me, and that's kind of my only hesitation with this one. It's nothing really jumped out, but it was really well executed, I'd say. Oops. Bit of a complex melody there. Hard to follow.
Yeah, it makes it hard to be memorable then.
Yeah, unfortunately. Try to go super fast through a couple. 10 minutes. Sounds like banjo.
Instrumental rock.
Kind of dubstep. Yeah, I'm not too sure what to make of this one. Instrument rock. Yeah, it definitely needs some more fine tuning just with the production of it. Very quiet, kind of empty. Cowbell.
Cowbell.
I like the structure of this one. Like, I just expected it to do a little bit more. Like the sound and everything was very good. I don't know what you call this nowadays, like future house, future rave, whatever. That was really nice, but it just sounded like kind of like the equivalent of just simple chords, you know? Like there wasn't much like little intricacies of melody.
It's like the finer details in it, and then
yeah. Get to the drop.
Oh man,
no.
Build up was good.
Build up was good. This one says it's a remix. Skip this one as well.
It started in the back streets of China, crashed in a retreat hotel, felt just like home. All the stories stop taking pills and night can start to feel so right. Who could it harm?
I don't know. I don't know what to say about that one.
There's nothing wrong with it. I think I think the vocal, sort of the pattern of the vocal melody worked. If I had to be picky, I'd say the snare, kind of, you want that sort of 80s snare and that sort of stuff, like as a personal preference.
Yeah, it was. There was nothing wrong with it. It just didn't really jump out to me as being something that I want to work with. And yeah, guys, if you want to submit, I think the demo box will reopen either after this stream or like a couple weeks leading up to the stream, and you'll be able to put your demo in there. And if your demo is in here right now and we don't get to it, we will be listening to it off stream at the end, and you should get a notification letting you know that we've heard it and made our call on it. Ooh. That was interesting. Do I actually have my soundboard working right now? I don't know. Do I? Yeah, I do. Love the sample usage, kind of as a joke, but yeah, that one wasn't right. Well, it wasn't quite there. Oh man, bit of clashing there.
A bit of clashing and a bit of nice party sounds from yesteryear.
Yeah, cool start, but definitely need to fix up the those elements that are clashing in C minor key. Yeah, bit of an interesting one for me. I don't really know what to say about it production wise. Bit all over the place, but yeah,
Experimental stage, I think.
a good idea, but just not as tight and
Thin and
doesn't
sort
have
of
that
quiet.
weight. Yeah. Almost got a complexer vibe to it.
That's why I say that.
It really, to me, sounds like just the start of making a complextro tune. Like there's still a lot of gaps in there that could be filled, and like
A couple of yo-yos as well in
a
there.
couple of yo-yos, yeah, a couple of random samples and stuff. It just feels a little bit unfinished. That's all. Me. That snare really sticks out to me. Actually, the kick as well. All the drums I think could use a bit of
Bit of love.
tweaking, and by tweaking I mean probably find new samples. Don't worry about like EQing and trying to make these ones sound right. They just didn't really sound like the right choice for a liquid D&B track. And then after you've made those changes, I think tightening it up so that the bass line comes through a bit more too would help. But I really like those kind of songs. This is a pop rock submission, so one of those songs that I don't know what to do with. I don't know what to say, but it didn't sound bad, but doesn't really, fit what we're going for. We got about 3 minutes left, guys. Damn, this goes really fast. Let's listen to like 2 more and then sign off. Unfortunately, gonna pass that. I like this one, just not really for a Monstercat release. It's very, very simple. But I think that'd be like a really nice track to put in the background if you're streaming or just
Oh yeah, 100%.
chilling out. Like it doesn't have to be more than that. But for a Monstercat single release, we do look for a more complex, more like developed kind of sound. I'm gonna pass on that one. I think just production wise with dubstep tunes, it's got to be on this like this level of like heaviness and like tightness of all the sounds together, power, as Jinx Pro says. Yeah, cool. I'm going to skip this track and then go over to our short list and turn off the 20-second preview. And I think we'll finish off the stream just by playing out, let's just play out Jinx Pro's track. And they are goodbyes. I wish we could do this for longer, but unfortunately we've got a hard cutoff because of Vendetta. They're up next. You should stick around for that. I'm going to stick around for that. And dude, thanks for coming and being a part of this stream. Stonebank, I know you don't like to get on camera, and
It's not my favourite, but I've enjoyed listening to sort of other people's music, and if any sort of helps come from it, then happy days.
Yeah, yeah, you guys follow Stonebank if you haven't already, and enjoy this tune.
You are my one place. You are my mad strike, set me ablaze. I wish we could stay, but I got other demons I need to face. You left me with a heavy heart. I'm colder than the day you met me in the dark. I feel the air around me as it starts to move. I realize I never had that much to lose. Show me you can be more than just my enemy. One day you and me, we can live our fantasies. I want to believe we can rule the galaxy. Move on from insanity.
We can live our fantasies.
Move on from insanity. We can live our fantasies. You are my